Well, Hugo's question is, are you garbage if you shove your dad's coffin into a minivan because renting a hearse is too expensive? They said they needed a goddamn credit card.
Just put the flashers on. He'll be all right.
Gang, AYG Live, AYG Live, AYG Live. Grab the squad and come out and see the boys in Red Bank, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and all along that Route 66 tour. All tickets available at RUGarbage.com. Kip, let's do Mint Mobile.
Shout out to Mint Mobile, baby.
Kippy, not only a spokesman, but also a client.
Player president.
As you know, the foreign investor has been using that for a long time.
Very long time. And we found out about it way before this podcast even existed.
And do you know why?
Why?
Because those big companies, they charge you, what, $100, $200? Mint Mobile, $15 a month when you sign up for a 3-month plan.
Yeah, Mint
Mobile. That's a 5G network, Kippy.
They got premium wireless plans starting at just 15 beans a month.
How about that?
All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited text and talk delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. I ain't talking 2G.
Still watch your videos.
I ain't talking 3G. I'm talking 5G, baby. Ditch the overpriced wireless with Mint Mobile's deal and get 3 free months of premium wireless service for just $15 a month. To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/garbage. That's mintmobile.com/garbage. Cut your wireless bill to just $15 a month. Mintmobile.com/garbage. A $45 upfront payment is required, which is the equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on a first 3-month plan only. Speed slower, above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details. Do it. Yes.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Are You Garbage? The show where you find out if your favorite comedians are classy individuals or absolute trash. Now, here are your hosts, Kevin Ryan and H. Foley.
Hey, everybody out there, and welcome back to everybody's favorite podcast. This is Are You Garbage?
Oh, yeah.
It's that little show we sit down with your favorite comedians, and we find out if they're good to be classy.
Yeah.
Or they're just a big old piece of trash.
Trash.
I'm your host, H. Foley, coming at you on a beautiful day. We're out back here at Tootie's in the new edition. She's upstairs wearing Ultimate Warrior makeup.
Okay. Crazy.
What's she doing?
Yeah.
My co-host is coming at you from across the table. It's what we call a family episode here at Tootie's. Just the boys, the bozos, and the homies. He is the CEO of Are You Garbage? He is an international businessman, and at night, he cruises the city as the chicken parm hero, fighting crime. Give it up for KJ. Kevin James Ryan, everybody.
What up, gang? Thanks for tuning in. As always, please make sure you rate, review, subscribe on iTunes. Full video available on YouTube. As you know, those numbers are Cooking. And then, obviously, my favorite website of all time, www.arugarbage.com.
.com.
No, that's not.
Patreon.com/arugarbage.
No, hold on. www.patreon.com/arugarbage. You go over there, you get all your bonus content needs. I'm talking bonus episodes AYG every week, episodes of Hard Feelings, all the bonus videos we've done over the past handful of years. It's a good time, gang.
Yes, sir. And how about a nice shout out to our producer extraordinaire, the old magic man. Makes us all look good. Works the 1s, the 2s, the 3s, and the 4s. He crosses the T's and he dots the I's. Give it up for T-Bone McScruffins. Toby McMullen, everybody.
What up, boys?
What up,
Hey,
T-Bone?
buddy.
I'm loving life, man. Middle of summer, long days, sun shining, nothing to complain about,
I
baby.
got to be honest with you. I'm ready to get back out on the road.
Yeah.
Tell you that right now.
This home life ain't all it's cracked up to be. I'm a road dog, baby. Put me in a minivan with the boys and let's go do a show.
We got a big one August 17th out there in Red Bank, which I'm excited for at the Count Basie Theater.
Yeah,
That's going to be fun.
Which is us, our 3rd year. I think we've done it the same week or close to the same day for the past 3 years. The first year we started
That's when the
out.
Jersey tomatoes are in. That's why we go over that time of the year.
Just do the show to write off the tomato score. We got the first time we did it, we did 1, sold that out. Then we did 2 in the smaller room, sold that out. Now we're in the big boy, the Count Basie Theater.
Yes, sir.
So get your tickets for there. If you've never been to a live show, it's a good time. You've probably seen the clips, but it's a stand-up show. We got Tom Cassidy, Toby McMullen, me, the big man. We all do stand-up, and then me and the big man answer your garbage questions Live on stage,
Which is the funnest part. It's the best.
There's something about the questions the fucking homies have, and they've learned to make them so specific for the show where you're just like, Jesus, half of you belong in jail.
They're good. They're good. Again, we got Route 66 in September, and we're closing it out in Philly, which I'm excited about. I got to get the hell out of the house, man. The bird was away. Dude, left to my own devices, I would be...
I know. I've been hitting you with a cattle prod for the past 4 years to get you to come in here.
Which reminds me, I wanted to tell you something. I was going to save this for off the air, but I'll let everybody know.
I don't like you.
The next time you're ordering from your local delicatessen out there in Queens, and you get it and you got a spot that makes a good BLT, do a sausage patty instead. You'll thank me later.
That's what you've come up with?
Sausage.
That's
LT. I'm telling you.
The slut?
Slut. Yeah. Give me a slut.
Let me get a dirty bird and an Arizona iced tea.
Hook me up with the SLT. I'm telling you, dude. It's got to be the patty, though.
For breakfast or for lunch?
Whatever.
Okay.
Have you ever? Yeah, I don't think.
SLT plays both sides of the ball.
Yeah, you could do it.
It could be a dinner if you wanted it.
Let me ask you this. Would you have a BLT for breakfast?
Yes.
Yeah, then do it. What are you busting my chops for? I'm trying to help you out.
Did you ever order a sausage like a sausage, egg, and cheese somewhere, and they hit you with the kielbasa, and you're like, dude, what the fuck?
This is hot dog.
It's too early to be eating this meat, dude. The sun just came out. I gotta get to work.
I'm all patty from here on out.
Sure.
Sausage patty.
Big patty man myself. I got a little something I wanted to get into. I went to a I got a new establishment I'm in love with.
Really?
Uh-huh. Nice little, I was out there in dirty Jers running some errands with the wife, being Johnny Homemaker, the man that I am,
Yelling at her?
You want to spend what? And we're popping around. I see this place, and I've heard of it, and,
Jersey Mike's.
No.
Jimmy John's.
No, buddy, I'm well acquainted with those dirtbags.
Did you stumble into a Hardee's for the first time?
Seasons 52. I'm telling you, man.
Wait, is this a steakhouse?
It's a
wine bar and grill.
It's an American fresh grill and wine bar.
Because it might be the place that Luis Gomez was telling us about.
That's what piqued my interest a little bit.
Seasons 52.
It's like, man, it's all right.
Sounds like a retirement home. For swingers.
A bunch of blue hairs in there, dude. We got the blue. But we went in. It was kind of empty, kind of early.
Mall establishment?
Like, it's very cheesecake-esque. You walk in, it's very corporate, like, everything's designed well.
Huh.
You walk in, the lighting's real low, real dim. Feel like it's in a casino or something. I got the surf and turf on it.
Yeah, lobster tank.
You got the surf and turf on a Monday night, dude, going at it.
You open the menu, and the first thing you get is all-day flatbreads. Of course, this is your favorite.
I did not know that.
All day?
I did not.
Breakfast flatbread?
I mean, if you're a freak.
It doesn't make any sense.
I did not know that, but it was a happy
accident. You give me shit about the slut?
It was a happy accident. I didn't go for breakfast. This is goddamn supper time.
First thing.
I know. And it's all health. It's all like portion controlled.
Uh-huh.
It is. I'm just telling you their thing. You know what I mean?
Flatbreads?
I didn't have a flatbread. I played it. I did the surf and turf.
You really did?
Yeah. Well, it's great. 6 ounce fillet. It was like $40. 6 ounce fillet.
Chicken and tuna.
Shrimp and chicken. $42.
For what's the surf and turf? Steak and lobster?
Flounder. No.
Flounder and hamburger?
You got to catch it. You pick it out of a tank. I'll take that one. He's looking at me weird.
They have a place in Astoria that you can do that. You pick it out.
The flounder?
No.
The lobster.
Yeah, you pick,
I think that's
not lobster. You pick all your fish, and you tell them, and then the old lady makes it.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I can't think of what it's called.
But
something seafood.
We gotta hit one if we find them on the road. It's a quality establishment.
So you're running errands. You and the broad pop in there.
It was a tough sell for her. We were, this is like it's a very like Denise or Patty would go.
Picture you in there reading the paper, picking your teeth or something like that.
No, we sat down. The waitress goes,
margarine is half off.
We sit down. She goes, can I get a watermelon margarita started for you? I said, what was that? The hell did you say to me?
That's how they do it. That's how they train you in those corporate
I
jobs.
love she assumed the clothes. I'm off the sauce a little bit, so I didn't partake. Which dinner when you're not drinking sucks. Well, let's go home and get
one of those hot fudge sundaes.
Yeah, let's go home and get a pizza. What are we doing here?
Oh, it's worse.
We're just gonna sit here and stare at each other. Give me some libations here.
That's why what's nice is you get a nice take. Get a nice taste. Especially those places, they'll have like a tropical iced tea. They'll have an herbal iced tea.
You know what they
You
did
almost
have?
feel like you're drinking.
A real nice DC.
Yeah.
Dropped, and she was Johnny on the spot with the refills. See me get down to about a quarter, come over, drop another.
Everybody gives corporate restaurants a bad rap, but I always say it that was the best training I ever got of like how to, the steps of service and all that stuff.
Of course.
And that's the first thing they tell you. That they had that in the pre-shift meeting. They were like, push the watermelon martinis. That's the first thing you open up with. Not how you are, folks, whatever. Can I get you some water? No, go for the booze. Get these fish drinking.
They're dirtbags. They're here for a reason.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, it was very.
Yeah, they're drinking on a Sunday.
Everybody was kind of celebrating. There was like a flock of all women that looked my mom's age and had like a big corner booth that it was probably like a retirement party or like their annual get-together. There was a big birthday party. Not a big birthday party, but like a group of 7 or 8, and they were celebrating something. It's a good time.
That reminds me, Patty has all of her birds from her water aerobics. That they all go out together. They do like potlucks at each other's houses, stuff like that. They'll go out. Oh, man, imagine the waiter waiting on. Blow my brains
Ladies, was
out.
anything okay? Imagine if you walked in, it was Patty and her. Patty and the Dolphins. What's their name? What's their gang name?
The Mermaids.
The Mermaid. Is that really what it is?
Yeah, it's Patty and the Mermaids.
But it's owned by. I did a little research on it. I was proper. Never been in one. I've only seen 1 or 2 maybe.
Kippy's looking to franchise.
I looked. They don't. They keep it tight.
Are you hiring?
It's who's it? It's by Darden. You know Darden?
Oh, I know him. James Darden.
William Darden.
Yeah.
A.K.A. Bill. They got Olive Garden, Longhorn Steakhouse, Cheddar Scratch Kitchen, which I ain't never seen one of them. The Yard House. Know my way around one of them.
Know the Yard House.
Capitol Grill.
Really?
This was like
Wait, it's not one guy. It's certainly a Bill Yard.
Yeah, and he's sitting on a
started.
porch saying stuff like, "Sirloin don't move in this state without my say-so."
Yeah. you get an appletini. I want my taste. He takes the first sip of every fucking watermelon margarita that goes out the door.
Folks, I got 2 words for you. Pineapple mojito.
I made $1.5 million on rolls last year.
And you're going to come in here and tell me honey butter ain't no good?
They did have some wild butter on top of the steak that came out. It was rich.
Did they hit you with a basket of bread?
No. I'm telling you, the portions, it was like only a couple of potato. Everything's like under 600 calories.
I really
which is
think
nice.
we should go back to that.
What?
To be honest. The basket of bread.
I
The
think a lot
basket of bread
places do.
and even those like flat crackers, whatever they are.
They don't get there for me. I might as well be eating a fucking.
If the butter's good.
I might as well be
right.
eating a coaster. What are we doing here? Give me the real thing.
I'm staring down an appetizer with a flat cracker that has Uncle Hank written all over it.
What is it?
Ahi tuna tartare.
Oh, big fan.
My wife had the corn soup, came with a flat cracker.
No kidding.
I did a crab cake to start.
You did?
I forgot about that. I did the crab cake to start.
What were you celebrating?
It's fucking Monday. I'm celebrating I didn't spend $1,100 in fucking Crate and Barrel. That's what I was celebrating. I got off cheap, dude.
You're both in there. Your hair's all messed up. You two just went 10 rounds.
Yeah, good fight, huh? I'll give you another shot at the belt. You want to dance with the champ?
That place don't close till late. You want to skip dessert and go back.
They also got, which we went to, Eddie V's.
Eddie V's?
Yeah, we went to Eddie V's in Austin. Remember, we were day drinking. We ended up at Eddie V's.
We were day drinking. We
The
ended
steakhouse.
Oh, yeah. Man, talk about drunk at a bar. Yikes.
Yeah,
I was full.
And they own Ruth Chris Steakhouse.
This guy's killing
That's what I'm saying. They know the season's 52, 4 different menus a year. Changes with the seasons.
Do they?
You do the math, yeah.
Season's 52.
And it's like they got new fresh stuff every week or something like that. Hence 52. Listen, gang, if you're out there and you're a bit of a dirtbag like myself and you're looking for a nice something,
I'm starting to get suspicious about this. Who got a hold of you?
I opened my shirt. It says seasons 52. I'm just saying, check it out. It's good.
All right.
That's all I'm saying. Can I give a recommendation to the homies and bozos out there?
Please, of course.
But all that aside, we got a gosh darn family episodes on our hand, gang. As you know, when you sign up for the Patreon, greatest website in the world, and talk about, numbers over there. Talk about moving some numbers. That Patreon's cooking.
Hell of a squad over there.
Yeah, we love you,
that.
baby. When you join the Patreon, we will answer your garbage question on the air, and that's what we came here to do. This one should, dude, we were talking about the live shows of people just getting the show. Some people just get the show. This is from Parking Lot Donuts, hell of a name. Is it garbage if your dad owned a semi-legal bingo hall in his 30s? Bonus, he got raided by the SWAT team and the local sheriff got reelected because they put it on the front page of the paper. Oh, that guy... how is it semi-legal?
Hold it up to bingo. It's not legal. What do you mean?
No, hey, he said, so I got to go with the facts of the case.
I always thought bingo was run by the church.
I think if it's for fundraiser purposes,
I think the old school version of that, it's run in a church, but...
T-Bone, can you see what the legal? It's probably a little different to say, but the legalities
is that paid out? I used to go with my Aunt Mary Catherine.
I know, but that's like a
time.
50-50. They're retaining some, I'm assuming.
Yeah, the house is taking money.
But that's a church, and they claim that as I'm not sure. They're supposed to claim that as who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I'm just saying, they're supposed to claim that as
that's paying for the pancake breakfast next Sunday.
Yeah, they go, hey, we raised $500. We raised 1,000. We gave out 500.
This is the most crooked explanation I've ever seen.
It's probably
of
from
anything.
this guy's dad. It's from Parking Lot Donuts.
Father James McMullen, or whoever it is.
I ain't seen nothing.
All right, check this out. So the Pennsylvania bingo law was passed in 1981. The law allows certain nonprofit associations known for, and then in quotations, associations to conduct bingo for the purpose of raising funds for, in quotations, charitable and civic purposes.
I respect that.
They're not fixing the roadways with that.
So you can't run a bingo? I guess it's gambling, technically.
It's gambling.
They want to wet their beak.
Yeah.
That would be fun. That would be a fun time, though.
I used to love it.
A bingo night as an adult?
I used to love it.
Free beers, or not free beers, but, hanging out. If you could catch heaters...
Oh,
if we could find like a garage and do our own bingo night, that'd be all right.
This was always in the basement of a church. I think they moved it around. I think to keep the heat off them. They would move it around from
the address got texted out morning of.
From parish to parish. It was in the 80s. I feel like it would be like a Wednesday night. And like it got to the point where like as like a 7, 8, 10-year-old kid, I wanted to go with her. My parents were like, all right. Like I had to go with her once or twice.
And you're pushing for it.
Yeah. Smoking heaters. They got hard candies going around, Werthers, all that kind of stuff, root beer barrels.
Yeah.
Good time.
I only remember being at one, and I didn't.
It was always a priest that ran it, though.
He was his eyes on a cage.
He was up there ripping them.
Yeah.
Ripping heaters. Drinking something out of his coffee cup.
I think it was the priest who did the service for my grandmother in Port Richmond. He was sauced up we saw him taking nips at the cemetery, and then someone walked up
at the cemetery.
Yeah. He was a little keep the hand still.
What do you mean?
He was fucking getting sauced up at the cemetery.
He had a little flask.
Little flask. It was a cold day. It was raining.
That ain't holy water.
It was a rainy April. I don't know what to tell you. And so my cousin walked up and greased him 100 amps for you, kid. That's when I realized, like, oh man, we are proper trash.
I don't feel like they do that anymore, but that's what it was.
My family does.
When I was a kid, that's what it was all about. The altar boys. If it was a wedding or a funeral, we got greased as altar boys. I know the priest got hit with something. Then the parish got hit with something. And that's the way it went.
Yeah.
Everybody was getting greased. Not a lot of grease anymore.
We grease.
I greased heavy on the other night when we went to the pizza place.
Yeah.
Ah.
You really reveled in that.
I greased the maitre d' and I greased the
maitre d' is a strong word for that for the pizza place, but okay. Shout out to Chrissy Pizza, by the
Woo!
way. Guy
Man.
can throw down the slizzy.
The best. Kippy, let's talk about Sheath.
Shout out to OG Sheath, dog.
Woo! Been in the podcast game for a minute. Support a lot of your favorite podcasts. So do yourself a favor, support Sheath. If you're looking for the ultimate comfort and you want to upgrade your undies, get yourself some Sheaths.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the peas and the berry away from each
Yours
other.
is the size of a berry? Yikes, baby. You should keep that in your pocket then. Sheath just isn't another pair of boxers. It's a revolutionary comfort designed with you in mind. It's got dual pouch technology that keeps the essentials just right where they should be, cool, dry, and separated.
If you need it.
Yeah, there's no more readjusting, sticking. It ain't riding up. Whether you're at the gym, you're at work, you're lounging around, Sheath's moisture-wicking fabric keeps you feeling fresh all day long. I'll double down. I'll wear them 2 tree days if I get in a pinch.
There you go.
There it is. And for the bigger guys, they go up to sizes up to 3X. And if it's style you're looking for, they got sleek designs, colors that match your vibe, and will keep you. Listen, I call them my sexy underwear. I put them on, throw a move on the wife, get turned down.
I'm listening.
Elevate your comfort today. Go to sheath.com and get the most comfortable underwear you will ever wear. If you use the promo code GARBAGE, you'll get 20% off your order, baby. 20% off. Sheath.com. Promo code GARBAGE for 20% off. Sheath, the underwear of legends.
Do it.
And dirtbags.
Kip, this is Rocket Money.
Oh, love that Rocket Money, baby.
Rocket Money like saving you money, gang. We have a lot of subscriptions that we don't know about. We sign up, we forget about it. Rocket Money goes through. You can click them right off right there so you're not overpaying for subscriptions you don't use.
Yes. Most Americans think they spend about $62 a month on subscriptions, but get this, the real number's closer to $300. Jeez. I downloaded Rocket Money. I had no idea I was paying for some boxing match thing I signed up for to watch a fight 3 years ago. I've been paying like $29.99 a month. One click and a button, boom, you're out. You get the money back. You're out of there. It also closely tracks your bank statements, your credit card history. It's fantastic. It sends you a little like, hey, you've spent...
We've been using it. I get the emails every week. You did this list last week. You did this week. It keeps an eye on it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it gives you full control over all your subscriptions. If you see something you don't want, Rocket Money, boom, like that. Few taps in the app, bada bing, bada boom, it's canceled. Shows you your monthly spending compared to last month, so you know what you're doing. And money ain't just flying out the door. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions.
Am I crazy, or is that a lot of money?
That's a lot of gum. Saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features. So stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/garbage. That's rocketmoney.com/garbage. One more time, rocketmoney.com/garbage. Do it. All right, let's see here. This one's from Sideshow. Is it garbage if in your early 20s did you have friends in their 30s? Dude, there was always, I had a pretty good.
I was that guy.
I know. I had a pretty good, I mean, I guess you were. The early 20s is different, though.
You guys were in your early 20s when you started comedy. I was 33. 32. I started at 32.
I was probably mid 24, I think.
What are you now?
37. Fixing to be 38.
So we're 10 years apart. So when
Yeah.
I was 32, you were 22. That's your early 20s.
Yeah, but that's different because we were doing something.
I was good looking.
We weren't, I don't know about that. We weren't just hanging out in a garage, you know what I mean? Like,
you didn't know I was 32.
I didn't for a very long time until Flip told me. He's like, you know how old Foley was? You bumped into, you and Flip were walking down the street and bumped into one of your buddies.
I was at my cardiologist appointment.
And Flip went, how do you know that guy? And you went, I graduated with him. And Flip went, he was 50. Flip goes, do you know how old Foley is? I go, I don't know, 27? He goes, he's 36 or something like that. I was shocked.
Foley was like a Donnie Brasco where he starts hitting the guy.
Guy tried to grab my prick.
I was going to blow my cover.
Yeah. I used to look up to you.
Really?
No.
Rude.
I did for about a week.
Yeah?
Until you started bumming heaters off me. And I remember one time he asked for a ride home, and I said, yeah, and we're walking to my car, and he started complaining about how far I had parked from the bar. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? He goes, oh, man, we're really humping it, huh? It's like, Jesus Christ.
Got any cash on you? Shut up.
Looking back, I should have ran. Later. Fucking smoking my cigs, asking for a ride home that's out of the way and completely. I could have walked at this point.
But I always say, though, that, not to bring up the restaurants again, but that's always such a great education because you do start hanging out with, like, older people.
Sure. At work's one thing. Coworkers is whatever. But, like, when you start, there was guys floating around when we were in our later teens, early 20s where you're like, that dude's got to go.
What were they doing?
You
had that. You grew up in that, like, a lot of guys stayed around there. Nobody really stayed around where I grew up.
You left, though. You went to New York, so it's different. The people,
I went to college.
Yeah, there's for sure people that just hung around. And then also, like, the more we would hang out at the local bars, like that, you're hanging out with guys that are still there that are
bunch of go-getters
that are 2 or 3 years older than you. They're friends with guys that are 2 or 3 older than them, and then next thing you know, hey, is it cool if Steve comes over? Then you're just texting Steve.
It's chill. He can rent a car.
Yeah. There's always the scary guy.
Yeah, there's this guy.
Some guy that like beat you up in high school would like want to be friends with you in your 20s.
Yeah.
What the hell?
There was a guy that had a gun most times. And I was like, why is he here, dude? What are we doing with him at this house party? He should not be here. I mean, all legal, obviously, but it's just like, buddy, we're playing beer pong. I don't need a fucking Sig 9 in the building. You know what I mean? Fucking fall back, dude. We're at my buddy's mom's shore house.
I know.
He's like, she's sleeping upstairs. We don't need a gun.
He's shotgunning beers at the Glock.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, that was
when there was interaction with your parents is when it was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Who is that?
Yeah, who's that guy with like, dude? I'd be
that's Ronnie.
We'd be like 17. He had a chain and a mustache. You're like, dude, what the fuck? Yeah, I gotta go to work. You're like, what?
Yeah, my wife's bitching. What?
Yeah, there was a lot of those guys where I look back. I always
Is it cool if Dave comes over?
Yeah. There was always my back always went up a little. I didn't love hanging out with those dudes, but they were around our just our house at Temple. There was proper criminals coming through when we were like having parties. Like dudes who like, I just got out, and I'm like,
some queso dip in the fridge.
I know. He's like, dude.
Kippy's talking to a guy with a mask and a bag with a money sign on it.
Is it cool if I hide out here for a little bit, dude? Yeah, those dudes just...
Yeah, you want to get some boneless wings later or something?
They just circle. When you're just drinking and partying, those dudes, they appear and they hang for like months or weeks at a time.
Dude, you know where the ammonia's at? This blood will not come off.
You guys got a burn pit or anything?
Yeah, then they would always just disappear.
Where do you guys burn your evidence? Yeah, they go back to jail or something.
They would either go back to the can or they got it together.
There's one dude.
They took like their welding test or something like that. Like, he's doing all right.
There's one dude that me and Pat talk about still. We're like, we'll bring him out. Like, have you heard from me? He goes, not in 15 years. Just one day, everyone's boys, this kid just falls off the face of the earth, gone. No numbers, no calls, no texts.
Probably hit bingo.
Or got locked up in the clink for running a bad game. All right, let's see here. All right, while we're in the world of party, and this is from Captain Cardboard. Yous ever watch A&E Intervention drunk with your homies? Talk about a tough hang. That's A&E Intervention was when that hit. That was such an interesting show to watch because it was like real fucking...
A&E used to be well-respected television.
Yeah.
Respected.
That TLC was all good. Now it's all...
TLC was always kind of whatever.
No, it was the Learning Channel. That's literally what it stands for.
It was with like Kate and Steve
no,
plus 9.
That's what pushed them in. That's when they went,
I don't remember the Learning Channel before that.
I don't know before that, but it was like proper like nerd shit.
Where would they do How It's Made? Was that TLC?
I want to say that was A&E or the History Channel.
Maybe.
My dad.
If you were trying to fall asleep, throw that on.
I remember my dad just watching,
how they make hangers.
Yeah, like packages being made. Here's how we make cardboard.
I used to love that.
Corrugated cardboard
I don't know
machines.
if kids nowadays have that, but I loved documentaries and like documentary style television when I was a kid. We used to watch Wild Kingdom, all the wildlife stuff.
Wildlife.
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't really love a doc. I love a doc now, but doc as a kid, not really.
Oh, love the doc.
No.
Good doc.
That was like dad shit to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Not for me, though. All right, let's see here. This one's from Foley's Freezer Ice Bowl. I don't know. This is just rude. Is it garbage to think twice about rolling your kid into Temple because that's where Kippy went? If you want him hanging out with criminals, send him to Temple.
Yeah.
Send him to Edgeley Street.
How is Temple these days?
I don't know. Can you get a ranking on Temple University as it currently stands? It ain't, it's a working class college. I'll give you that. It's not,
I've never heard that before in my life.
I mean, the guy who donated all the money to the business school recently he built a new school building, business building, and then he got indicted or something.
All right.
That's what
It's white collar, though.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for.
But it's that's where, I'd be curious about the graduation rate, if I'm being honest.
Well, I think the graduation, I think it's a bad
62%.
Is that good?
I don't know.
It doesn't say good. It's either fantastic or not.
It's a D, whatever it is.
I know that it's an 80% acceptance rate, so this guy's kid's got a shot.
Oh, they scare a lot of people away with their strict standards, so not even a lot of people apply. It's also they have there's a wing in China, so there's 37,000. There's 40,000 kids go to Temple, China.
Really?
They got numbies over there.
There you go.
Some commie shit, if you ask me.
That's a football team over there. Not too good.
All right, let's see here.
It's 681 on the QS World University rankings. I don't know.
681 ain't
It's not bad.
I mean, you got to figure
What's number one?
Not Widener.
Go Pride.
Is that where you were, the Pride?
We were the Pioneers when I was there, and then they changed it to Pride.
say. All right, that's my Pioneer.
It used to be, I think it was called Valley Forge Military, not Valley Forge Military Academy, Pennsylvania. It was a military
Eastern
academy.
State Penitentiary.
It was a military academy before it was, before it became Widener University, and because they had old catacombs and shit in there. They used to scare
walking around
me
with your swords
to death.
Number one is MIT.
Yeah.
So I'm 600 behind MIT. That ain't bad. That's all right.
It's pretty good. 600?
Thank you.
Huh. All right.
Out of 603.
Send the kid there then.
Yeah. It's expensive, I think, though, for what it is.
23 racks.
That's
Ain't
nothing.
21.
Nowadays?
a year or a semester. That's got to be.
It says in-state
Mm.
tuition 21. I don't know what they're banging out if you're commuting.
It's bad out of state.
It's less.
What?
Trying to get a
I
little,
register in Jersey.
trying to get a little class in there.
Classes join up a little bit. All right, this one's from the Italian Long Hot. Hell of a name. Ever poop while wearing a tie, then forget it's still over your shoulder until hours later? Talk about jam dunk.
No, but I've walked out with the
sleeve?
Oh yeah, like I was getting my blood pressure done.
That's a tough look. Yeah.
What were you doing in there?
Pooping in a suit's not great.
I was bowling. Sorry about that, everybody.
I guess if you wear a suit all the time, you're used to all the, all the different flaps and stuff like that. Every time I wear a suit, if I had to poop, it's like I'm nervous. I'm pooping on the jacket.
That's like you're pooping in like a Broadway costume.
Mhm.
I need people to handle me. That's a whole thing.
That's a lot.
Tucking that shirt in and then trying to get the thing. Oh man, I hate that. But I wish I wore a suit well and could wear a suit.
Yeah,
If you're a thin, in shape guy, they seem pretty comfortable.
there's also a pretty decent. I'm not that body. I'm probably about 20 pounds from that, and I don't have that body. But a guy who's a little bit overweight can look really good in a suit because they fill it out. You know what I mean?
You mean like an H&M Euro cut suit?
Not even that, but just sometimes a bigger guy looks better in a suit because there's more covering it, and the
Sure.
when you pull one on, it's the jacket's long, the proportions are bad.
It's all
myself included.
Got to get it custom fitted.
Mm-hmm.
Which reminds me, I got a wedding coming up. I got to get something for. It's in August.
You'll be down what by then?
I don't know.
4 or 5 pounds. Depending if you poop on your tie or not.
Suit's too hot.
Yeah,
it's not going to be a suit wedding. I don't think. August wedding. I'm with suit. What are you nuts?
Unless you're going with seersucker.
Oh, I could come real old timey.
Oh, I look terrible in a suit.
That little hat?
Suit. I'm all
A little mint julep going.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I do declare. He's a fat ass. Am I right, ladies?
You got a little notepad. You're writing stuff down.
The fattest ass in 9 counties.
I might
Could
come
have
like...
solved the case of the missing deviled eggs.
You know what would have pretty good vibes? The old man from Jurassic Park. If I wore that with the cane, that'd be pretty good. That was tropical.
That was cool.
He had the hat.
Yeah.
I have a walkie-talkie.
He was wearing a Guayabera.
I'm calling Toby.
The cane's got a mozzarella stick covered in amber.
That's pretty good.
I'm calling. Welcome to Seasons 52.
We've been able to architect flatbreads from the past.
With watermelon martinis. Hello, watermelon martini. And little things doing the presentation.
Yeah, I gotcha.
It's a good movie. Check it out.
All right, this was from Ian. Sleeper cell here. You ever see your dad take medicine? I don't think I have. I remember him taking a leave.
Wait, you mean like straight, like real medicine?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My dad had a rack of pills. You had to take them every day. Heart, this, that.
Even when he
the
was, yeah.
other.
But not when you were, yeah, I mean, you're fucking 40. So your dad was, pushing 80. Like, yeah, gotta prop him up on. I'm saying, like, as a dad, like, you were 12 and my Advil or Aleve.
Only thing I ever saw my dad take was a multivitamin every once in a great while. He'd get on a kick, and he'd knock down, like, a Centrum or something like that.
Centrums were, I remember my dad had and I remember smelling them. Whoo! It was like smelling salts, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But he never took them.
Flintstones had that smell a little bit, too. That, like, vitamin-y. I kind of liked it.
Oh, Flintstones. I mean, I think it's well documented how I feel about the Flintstones. Vitae get stuck in your cavity a little bit, dig that out a few minutes later. You're done. Yeah, no, never. My dad. The only medical thing I ever remember my dad happening was he got his wisdom teeth taken out at a dentist I ain't never seen before. It was on street. It was like out of a guy's house. It was on Street Road across from the old Kmart.
They had tasty cakes in the front.
And I remember being like, we had to stop in, and he had to, like, run in for a consult or something or drop off paperwork. I was like, oh, it's happening tomorrow.
I don't get adults getting their wisdom teeth taken out.
I don't know.
How was that
either.
a thing?
I don't know. But I remember he had to have someone pick them up. So my stepmom we went back the next day, and my stepmom picked them up because he wasn't allowed to drive.
He's all fucked up.
Yeah, no, we pulled out. He's like, all right. Like, they had to, like, he was like, all right, listen, I'm driving. And then he drove us home. Well, I didn't know. That was the only medical thing I've ever seen him do. Get his wisdom teeth taken out, then drive us home.
That's so dangerous.
Yeah, man. It's probably. I mean, he's. Yeah. Hey, it is what it is. It was the fucking.
It's all right.
It was the '90s, dude. This
Yeah.
is probably 90. It's probably 95, 96. Driving home after getting your wisdom teeth taken out, dude. But like, I remember him faking it. Because, like, they had to check to make sure you weren't driving. Like, someone had to, like, leave and stand on the porch. And, like, it was like, the front door of a house. Mm-hmm. This was a house. So, they waved, and then he, like...
Picking up from school or something.
Yeah, he's probably a drug dealer or something, now that I think about it.
But hospitals are like that, too. You used to be able to get away with that. Because when I had my colonoscopy, they're like, you got to have somebody come and get you. But they had to, like, they had to sign in and come in and get me.
Yeah.
That'd be all right.
When I got my wisdom teeth out, I woke up hammered, dude.
Yeah. Well, you were probably 12.
I started yelling at the nurse. You know how I get jumpy sometimes? You wake me up?
Oh, yeah.
I came up and I was
It's like waking up a rattlesnake, dude.
Add 12 cc's of Demerol to that.
What's up? Is everything okay with the episode? Just freaks out about whatever he's dreaming about.
Man.
Yeah, you could try a Xanax, dude. Try a Toomey.
My dad had to wear a heart monitor for a minute when he was when he had the caffeine thing, when he found out he couldn't have caffeine anymore because he was having like panic attacks because of the caffeine. That was weird because that was like attached to him and it was like a little like box. And I remember like seeing him sleeping with that and I'm like, that ain't good. I don't know what that is.
Somebody plugged this guy in.
The only time I'd seen something like that before was the dog collar that they had on.
Oh, he's blowing this guy's cartridge a little bit. Put a little pep in his step. Please, fucking delete the cookie. This one's just funny. This is from Big Daddy Dare. You ever jet skied on your honeymoon? Which I think is the time you jet. That's like the one time you jet ski.
Sure.
Because you're like, I would assume I didn't have a honeymoon. But I would assume it would be very like you're not you on the honey, like that you do all that stuff one time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're on the honeymoon, but it's like you're not. You know, I've wave runner or jet skied as a kid, but it scares me now.
No brakes.
I'm just like I get hurt so easily. I just look at that. I'm like, oh, it'd be fun, but then I'm like, that's just I see myself.
I wouldn't be able to get
Not
back
ending
on it.
well.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to get back on it.
I watched my cousin, who was
I'd be out.
my cousin, who was a bigger guy. He was probably like 12, and he was probably the same size as my uncle at the time. And they fell off a wave runner at Lake Wallenpaupack. Shout out to the Poconos, dude. We watched them for 40 minutes. Try to get back on the same wave runner. It was one of the funniest. That we all just sat on the shore and laughed. I think they ended up walking it, like pulling it, swimming it back to the fucking
it sucks.
back to the shore. It was all right.
Yeah. No thanks.
I don't have the upper body strength to get out like that anymore.
I could get on it and all that stuff, but I just have to take it easy. I couldn't fall off of it. I'd have to be real. I'll be doing the hand signals and stuff like that. Turning left.
Whoa,
turning.
stop getting your lane out here.
Driving like maniacs.
What would it take for you to go parasailing?
That my wife, we were just talking about this. My wife did that somewhere, and it seems boring.
I agree.
It's like I think like the coolest thing would be getting up there.
Where are we doing it? Where would it be? Would it be in the ocean?
Yeah, or a lake. No, ocean.
I don't-
you have to go ocean. You got a lot of space.
Yeah. The lake, I've seen them snap before, and the dude just
I think if you
Float
fall,
away.
you shouldn't die though.
No, you're chilling. You're parachuting.
I don't think so.
See,
What are you talking about?
Yeah, dude, people die. If
people
if
die.
it breaks off and you go into land and it starts turning, you don't know how to control that thing?
I mean, yeah, that's very fucking,
Worst case scenario?
Yeah.
What are we living in here?
I know. I'm just saying, I think if you fell, you might break a leg or something, and the boat's right there.
70 fatalities over the last 30 years.
That's nothing.
That's too many for me.
More people.
What are you you drive it, you get in cars every day.
Yeah?
Way more dangerous.
I'm not in I don't have a parachute on me.
You might do
You're not
better
drag
if you
racing?
did.
I never got that.
Plus, there was that video of the girls that they dropped them right in a bunch of sharks. Like a bunch of sharks.
Did they live?
I think so.
Yeah, who cares then? That's a story. That'd be making a hell of a good hard feelings.
I wouldn't do it.
I
I'm
mean,
too heavy.
I would do it if like I have no desire to do it, even when like I was more adventurous and doing like trying to do cool shit. That always seemed very boring to me.
I did Space Mountain. That's about it.
Yeah, so did the other girls.
What about the slingshot? Shakoof.
I did something very similar to that. I did. It was it used to be on what?
Kamikaze shots.
A couple of fuzzy navels.
My buddy had some slinkies in a swing. We got crazy.
No, it was like imagine a big like pole, and there was like cages on each one of them, and that spins, and then the cages spin as well. It was taller than the slingshot on the Wildwood Boardwalk. We did it because it was, and then it gets all the way up and stops, and you're just up there swinging, and the people then get on the bottom, and then like it does it, and then you do it again.
That's a good time.
Yeah, that was me and Pat did it. It was scary.
Yeah, the slingshot's real scary. No, I'm out. I'll watch. I'll take a picture.
Mhm.
I'll get some saltwater taffy.
Some
for
curly
us.
fries.
Yeah.
Call it a day.
There you go.
Yeah, all that. I'm too old for all that shit now.
You got to stop all that stuff at a certain point.
Sure, I'm not itching to do it. Although I do love a nice video of a slingshot, a guy and a girl. The guy passes out. That's always fun.
And those
It's
broads.
like you pass out. That's crazy. You pass out. That's what happens when you get in the back of a fighter jet. You pass out.
That's fear, though. That's not like G-force. That's.
I think it's a little bit of both.
That's anxiety.
I don't want to go to the boardwalk on a Friday night with a stomach full of cotton candy and then pass out. No way you're closing after that.
Also, so I don't know if you've seen those videos, but sometimes those girls' jugs are flipping. And I'm just saying, they also come up when you search those videos.
Oh, you like creepo?
Did you ever see the swing set that gets all haywire?
I've seen all that shit.
Dude, it just
Bad
drops.
news.
It's like all the way out and it just drops, and it's like
Can't trust any of that
that's
shit.
the tension. Everybody just Kerplunk.
That was a big one, too.
Dude, I literally went to the Wildwood Boardwalk. The rides are the same from 1995. The same. Some of them are the same. And I was like, you got to be fucking nuts to be doing that. They were unsafe then, let alone now.
Soviet Union stuff everywhere. What the hell?
It's the sickle in the thing. It's just covered over with a smiley face or whatever. That's a Soviet tank.
Hey, kid, you want a churro? Not get the fuck out of here.
You just throw them darts at Mikhail Gorbachev there. If you hit his birthmark, we'll give you a balloon.
All right, let's see here. This one's from Terry 2000. Does anyone else remember McDonald's sold bags of ice? No. I don't think so. I mean, that couldn't have been a chain-wide.
No, that's test market shit.
That had to be like you grew up in Arizona or something, you know?
Bags of
I can't
ice.
foresee. I mean, I spent a lot of time in McDonald's as a wee tyke.
In bulk, I remember the orange drink. They would sell that in bulk.
I don't
You
even
get that
remember
big.
that.
It's not
Yeah.
the same. Used to be completely different. We've talked about it. It was so good. It was so good.
But bags of ice, that was like, I remember, that was beer distributor shit we had to go to. You had to go get a bag of ice.
Sure.
That was it. What do you got, T-Bone? You got anything?
McDonald's sells bags of ice.
Now?
Still?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
$1.50 per bag.
That's cheap as shit. How big of a bag? Talking 5-pound bag?
I don't know.
They think they don't give a shit.
Think about, they could take over the ice industry if they wanted to.
Sure.
They probably sell more ice than anyone.
They're not even the top 10 of fast food franchises, though. Did you know that?
10 pounds
10 pounds for $1.50?
in 2022.
Still,
Still,
what's it,
it's
$2
nuts.
now?
Might as well
No,
give it
that's
away.
wild. That's very cheap. McDonald's is is not selling 10-pound bags of ice. I can't believe that.
I can't. This is what I can't see.
Why isn't it out on the floor?
I can't see the lady in the second window handing me a 10-pound bag of ice through the drive-thru
Very true.
without dumping it in my car.
You got to walk in and get that. You can't drive through a 10-pound bag of ice. That's a lot of ice.
A lot of ice
For
for $1.50. That was always a mission that I
Is
loved
it
doing.
their ice or is it like bagged ice?
It's bagged ice. It's not the crushed. It's the cubed.
Yeah, but
Yeah, they have just cubed.
Yeah, they have just cubed.
Yeah, crushed ice at McDonald's.
Is it their ice?
This said that for some reason. What's up?
Can you get a? I gotta get eyes on this. I'm sorry. McDonald's bagged ice. It pops right up.
That's crazy.
They're big 10-pound bags of ice for between 99 cents and $1.50 a bag.
What? That's insane.
Here's why you should get ice at McDonald's from
Folks,
now
start
on.
getting all your ice at McDonald's.
Many people do not know that you can grab a bag to go from your local Mickey D's. There's a lot about McDonald's fish. Here's how you can get ice at McDonald's. What the fuck?
They also do root canals.
When you've got, that's my dad driving out. When you got a big get together to prepare for, you might need some fresh ice to cushion your beverages. Running to the busy. Hold on. McDonald's offers cubed ice from between 99 cents to $1.50 per bag, and honestly, that's a steal. Not all McDonald's will have it at an amazing price, so keep that in mind when you're ordering.
Get a sack of burgers, too.
You can either go to the restaurant and order ice at the register or get it from the comfort of your car at the drive-thru.
There you go.
You may need to ask for a manager if the employee's unsure of the process. Man, if you're ordering ice off menu,
Your head would explode. If you were working at a McDonald's, some asshole came in for a bag of ice. What?
oh, that's insane, dude.
Yeah.
That's cheap as shit.
It's crazy.
I think I just paid like $5 for a 5-pound bag at a beer distributor.
Sure.
Or a liquor store down the shore.
Sure.
Wow.
I was going to say, that's always a mission that you wanted to be on. If your dad had to run out and get ice or something like that, you wanted to be in that. It was a clean mission.
Sure.
You get to feel the freezer, whatever. Open that ice thing in the front.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what was in there when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I
so
thought it was filled with ice cream, to be honest with you.
down the shore, that was a big ritual. Sea Isle Ice. You know Sea Isle Ice?
Man, asshole.
Sea Isle Ice runs the ice game in the South Jersey Shore. I think from Atlantic City down is their territory. And I think it's tough to
Watch your step, cue ball.
Yeah, I think it's tough to maneuver into that said field. But growing up, my aunt had a house right around, a couple blocks away. So that was a coming of age. That was always a threshold of when you had to go get the ice. And you'd have to, like the beach cruisers with the big things.
Uh-huh.
We would stack it on the handles, and you had to learn how to drive with 40 pounds of ice on the handles. Man, I took a couple of dumps. Fucking bag of ice rips over. There's all gravel in it and shit. We're talking about ruining the luau.
Hey, use that for the beers, huh?
Yeah, it's used with gray water, dude. All right, let's see here. Speaking of drive-thrus, this is from AYG Willikers. Is it garbage to get all the way to work and realize you forgot to get your food from the drive-thru you just drove through, so you have to go back? Then you got to be drunk or fucking preoccupied. So you ordered, you went and paid, and then you just left? That's insane to me, dude.
That's how they get you with the 2-window system. No, I have never forgotten food at a
Sure.
drive-thru.
I
pulled over and waited. I'll wait. I'll pull over. I'll wait.
I haven't been to a drive-thru in a minute.
That's an order so big they got to walk it out.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you don't see
So
that.
we're gonna need an extra set of hands.
You don't see that much anymore.
Listen, they weren't getting the manager to get you ice either. Okay.
But that was a pretty common thing back in the day. They pull out. Wait. I'll wait. Sure.
I got nothing but time, baby.
Let me get one of them vanilla cones. Cool my Tootsies while I'm waiting.
The only drive-thru I'm ever in anymore, it's the only time we really do fast food is if we're on the road or something, or Uber Eats or something like that. The only time I'm drive-thru anymore is Starbucks, like in the burbs.
Which is nice.
It just doesn't feel, I feel pretentious ordering a coffee in the drive. I don't know.
No, that's nice. That's not fast food either.
I don't.
A nice coffee.
I'm just saying that's the only time I use it anymore, and it doesn't feel right.
Really?
No, it's too hoity-toity or something to me. Let me get in there, order a black coffee, and get the hell out of there.
Feels okay to me, baby.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm a boots on the ground.
Plus,
kinda
in there
guy.
you gotta hear, and then you gotta walk down, and they yell your name.
Not for me. If you know anything about me, I'm well versed in Starbucks etiquette. When you order just a black coffee, they give it to the cashier. Gives it to you. You don't get put in the system with the bozo.
Is that true?
Very true.
Whoa.
If you order a hot coffee, they make it.
Wow.
And they turn no names given, no nothing.
Now all you got to do is be a psychopath and order a hot coffee all year round, like Kevin does. Hot coffee.
Yes.
You like a hot coffee in the summer.
It wakes me up. Listen,
You splash it in your face.
cold, rubbing my eyes. Cold brews. What are we doing here? That's
You're
not
nuts.
what.
Cold brew is one of the greatest inventions in the last 10 years.
That's not coffee for the. I like the ritual of like the sip, and it gets the brain percolating, and I start. That's the slow wake up. I chug a fucking iced coffee, and the next thing you know, I'm fucking standing on the GWB, ready to jump. That stuff hits you quick.
They got ice at McDonald's.
10 pounds, 99 cents.
Last thing he screamed before he jumped.
Yeah, I need some more. I need a little bit of, I like the ritual behind it.
All
that's
right.
all. I like to cool down.
You're like sweating on the inside.
Yeah, it sucks in the summer, though, especially if you got to walk with it. Whoo, doggy.
Like walking around with a bowl of soup.
Dude, I got the dog and the bowl and the cup of coffee.
Well, that's a pretty good
Schmitz it.
tip
I
for the homies out there.
I don't know if you do milk and stuff. I do black coffee, so if you do
They
milk.
got that shit in the thing.
Do they?
Yeah, you do it yourself, don't you?
I don't think anymore.
Really?
No, they got the dumpers.
Not a lot of New York City.
Maybe not in the city.
Not in the city. Not
People
at mine in the
steal
city.
and
in
start
my
hitting you
neighborhood.
with it.
Oh,
yeah.
just be guys in there eating cereal.
Yeah. Dude, I watched a guy walk in the other day, grab like 6 of them meat crackers, salami, like the things from the.
Okay.
Just grab them, turn around, and walk out. He pulled his back like he was carrying luggage. I don't think he was traveling. But he was, he put his luggage out front, like in a nice order, walked in, took about 4 meals worth of shit, boop, scooted right out. No one even batted an eye.
You make a move?
I ran and tackled him. I said, hey, buddy, split it with me. What are you doing here? Let me get my hands on some of them crackers.
I remember I had said I had a question for you guys.
Hit me.
All right, this weekend, did a little laundry, did all of my sheets, and for the first time that I can remember in my adult life, I washed my comforter. When was the last time you did that?
10 hours ago, but that was a rare occasion.
It's because I shit the bed.
But the bird keeps it on a pretty tight schedule.
My wife, when I was living by myself, I mean, I would have went
Never.
I would have went years.
Never.
Without doing my sheets. Comforter, never. She got us on the duvet, so we'll do that.
When you were growing up, was your mom my mom was a psycho about that. That doesn't go in it can't go in the washing machine. It's going to ruin it. It's going to explode. It's going to burst into flames. I was like conditioned never to do it.
It might have, though, because you might have had I assume you had like we did, the shitty comforters.
Correct.
With the stringy plastic inside. You put that in the dryer, it would just melt.
Yeah, the dryer you couldn't
do
you
that.
could wash
you
it
couldn't
and you
wash
have to hang
those.
dry.
Yeah.
My family is also, and still, they're getting a little better, but very big on not letting machines do the work, which I never liked. You know what I mean? Like, just, don't work it too hard. You know, like, you got to watch.
Like it's going to break.
Just, don't put
Sure.
that in there. I'm like, you treat these goddamn machines better than us.
Get a couple of rocks and go down by the creek.
Yeah, all
no
that's
good.
just like everything. Like, don't run the fan tune by the dehumid something. You had to like pace it out. I'm like, it's a goddamn machine. It don't know what it's.
My air conditioner's been running for like a month straight. Blast every day. 24/7.
Why is it on for 2 years?
Dude,
Yeah.
24/7. Just things kicking. They know what they're doing.
I know. It's brutal.
Proper maintenance. That right there will run you 10, 15 years.
That's without changing the filter either.
Wow,
that's a recommendation.
It's another thing I got hit with recently. I got the filters on. I don't fucking know.
Filters on what?
Anything. I ain't never changed a goddamn filter in my life, and I ain't starting now.
Sure.
Oh God.
I just found out you're supposed to clean your dishwasher every once in a while. But there's a filter in there.
I got a machine for that. There's a filter. I don't do any of that.
There's a filter
stuff.
in there.
I'll clean the lint trap in the dryer. That's it.
Yeah.
Everything else, you're on your own.
I feel like I'm doing surgery when I do that. Feel real good about myself. I didn't realize that was a thing until college.
Oh no, we got hit with that. Why? Like my mom, I told you we had to start doing our laundry at a young age, and that was the biggest thing. That might as well have been a stick of dynamite. To my mom, you did it through the lint trap. I mean, it was like, and
That was part of the firefighter demonstration.
Sure.
Where they do that. They do the flaming can of oil where they dump the water on it. Big fireball. Very sick. And then they let you use the thermal gun. You ever get to do that?
No.
What?
The thermal gun.
Yeah, they'd have you crawl through I'm sure a bunch of people out there did this. They would like come to schools and camps and stuff, and they do a demonstration. They had like a half a house on a trailer. It was like a fake house.
Were you in Terminator? What are you talking about, dude?
They had like a prop house, and the whole thing was to simulate a house fire. So they'd fill it full of smoke, and you'd crawl through the hallway, and then they had like a thermal imaging camera that they used to like look for people in smoke-filled rooms.
I'm not taking a math class or something.
Jesus
What are you guys doing there?
And then this was like in elementary school.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, well,
We did stop, drop, and roll. That was
I
it.
stop, drop, and roll. Yeah, like a gentleman.
Goddamn
Sure.
American at the end of the day.
well, North Carolina, a lot of house fires, meth labs and such.
They're in there scaring the shit out of you at 5 years old.
I was probably 8 or 9.
I remember when the Dare dude showed up and he had the catalog of drugs.
I don't think we ever had
nice.
him.
You know what I'm talking about?
Time to do some shopping.
Woo! 2 of those, 3 of those, 1 of those, 4 of those.
Hey, Doctor.
You know what I'm talking about?
Dr. Feelgood.
The book that opened up.
No.
That was 80s shit. I think they stopped that.
It was like
They stopped giving kids roadmaps to good times.
it was a case.
Now I'm going to leave this here unattended for a couple hours.
I assume that was. I think it was like they put like plastic food in like the windows of stores.
Fell for
I
that
don't
too,
think
didn't you?
like they really. I don't think this guy was walking around with a Kia Yak on him. Police
knows?
auxiliary car, but it was a Dare. I don't know how to describe it.
I know what you mean. Ish.
Yeah, it like fold it like a book, but it was like a case.
Like a briefcase, kind of.
Like the Darth Vader case
Nerd alert.
it would have the action figures in it.
No.
You don't remember that? It was the shape of Darth Vader's head, and you would open it up and it'd be like, or like something that would hold your matchboxes.
Yes. Micro machine type deal.
So that with drugs, all different couple of joints, bag of this, bag of that, yeah, and they would show you this is what it is. And yeah, it was just.
And
like,
if your
all
face
right,
don't
now-
go numb, your shit's stepped on, kid.
Yeah. They're saying 20 a gram, I'll tell you that much.
He pulls out the switchblade. Kid, get over here.
Listen, if they charge you more than 50 an eighth, you're getting ripped off.
That's swag.
We had we had Adopt a Cop, where like each school got a cop.
Like an adorable baby cop?
Yeah, and then they had trading cards, and you like tried to collect them all or whatever. It was narc shit to me. I remember this guy thought he was so fucking cool, dude. He came in like he was Johnny Big Shot. I'm like, he's probably fucking 35, 40 years old, big fat piece of shit too. Fucking came in sweaty, all red face, all fucking collar too tight, neck fat hanging over.
All right. Leave the goddamn guy alone.
I was also fat at the time, but I knew not to dress like a goddamn stormtrooper. Like he's about to invade Poland. Buddy, we're in an elementary school.
Get there from the bar.
Thanks. You like coming to work every day looking like you're about to invade Poland. You got a suit and tie, you know.
That's all right.
But yeah, I remember this guy. This guy thought he was so cool. I was like, buddy, get out of here. Let me catch my heaters.
You got my rookie card.
Oh, God. All right, let's see here. We got time for a couple of more there, gang. This one's from Trash Can Terry. Just witnessed my girlfriend take the last pill in her pill bottle, then pour water in the bottle itself to wash it down. Is this garbage or just a vibe? That's crazy.
Just in case there's anything kicking on the sides.
That's addict. That's drug-seeking behavior.
I do that with cough medicine. It's like the same thing with spaghetti sauce.
Well, cough medicine, you got to wash it out. You get
a little hit.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
You know.
A little grease, a little tax.
Do that with ketchup. But I mean, the pill bottle is...
They usually have that thing in there. Remember looking at that thing? Not the packet, but the one that's like a cylinder to keep it fresh?
No.
You've never seen that in a pill bottle?
Hold on, I've never been at the bottom of a pill bottle, big guy. Sorry. We had different early 20s, all right?
I lived in one for a couple of years.
Sure.
In a pill bottle, you know they have the Keep It Dry pack? You know the Keep It Dry pack?
Like the chiclets?
Nah, I like my shit wet, bro.
What, this is your first day on Earth? You don't know what I'm talking about?
Hey, Gleek Blorp. What?
The packet.
Yeah.
In pills. That's not a pill. It's to keep...
Like, are you talking like a prescription pill?
Yes.
They put packets in there?
No, I'm sorry. Like Tylenol.
Yeah,
or whatever.
okay. She's talking about a prescription pill,
Oh.
I think. Hey, tough guy, why don't you relax with your fucking Advil containers, all right? We're talking about two different things.
This guy can't stand the thought of someone taking pills without him.
I know. What the hell? Talk about fucking FOMO.
I usually raw dog them, to be honest with you. My pills in the morning I just take without water.
I bet you chew them, too.
I used to. Get in there quicker. But yeah, I just take them raw usually because you got to look around and find water. If I knew that,
I mean, you're not in the goddamn Sahara. You're in your apartment.
In a rush. Just grab
I
it.
can get to the couch. Gilligan's Island's about to
I
start.
got a bag of ice on the way.
Oh, shit. All right, this one's from Ethan Thomas. Have you ever asked for a restaurant to change the channel, like a Chili's or Applebee's?
Yeah, if you were looking for a game, respectfully. Remember that dickhead in Vegas that wouldn't do that? We asked to put on...
when were we at Skankfest?
Yeah, we were in the hotel, and the
right, at that steakhouse.
Yeah, and I
ended up throwing out a pretty decent steak.
No, I don't know.
It was the Phillies game, or it was an Eagles game.
It was a Phillies game. It was the Phillies were playing San Diego for the...
And they had like 150 TVs. It was like a sports bar.
That guy was just being a dick. He's like, nah, it's Saturday mornings. It's all college football. And then the next guy came in and was like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, like 10 minutes later. He had us sitting in the corner like a jerk-off. It was on like a black and white closed circuit television TV.
Yeah. If you're nice about that stuff, you got, what the fuck? Because the bartender forgets sometimes. Next thing you know, you're watching like fucking volleyball or something like that. You're like, yo.
Plus, they got 55 remotes back there. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, no one ever understands that. I gotta wait till I gotta get like the cook or something. You know what I mean? Any hot girl bartender doesn't really know.
She
don't know. She don't care.
No.
They gotta get the short order cook.
Hey,
out
that's
there.
locked. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
You have to wait till the manager comes in next week if you want to watch it.
Thanks. I'll come back and watch a replay of the game, Toots. All right, this is from Isaac. Is it garbage to use bedding that you stole from a hotel? My wife has used a hotel pillowcase on her pillow for about 4 years now.
That's garbage in itself. 4 years for a pillowcase is way too long.
Crazy.
A lot of face on that.
I just noticed because I had to do laundry. I have a good amount of hotel towels in my repertoire.
Why are you taking them?
I don't know, for different reasons. You know, they're like little gym towels.
They're nice.
I
just think about how much
little white bangers.
Splooges on that.
Either I got
There's a lot.
I got it from the pool.
Not a little.
I got it from the pool and wrapped my bathing suit in it to take with me. I got them.
Yeah,
don't worry about how I got
use them. I don't. I mean, you can't
wash them. I've washed them. Yeah, I like the feel of them.
Yeah,
They're like a little hard.
You can order the. Yeah, that's the semen, dude. I don't know what to tell you. That's
what I like.
I don't talk about ruining a washing machine. That'll jam you up. But we gotta wrap it up, gang.
What a fun one.
Yes,
gang. We love you to death. Grab tickets to the live shows. Come out and see us. And we'll see you next week.
Peace.